Now, our feature presentation.
Oh man, that was a good one. I've been trying to get more creative. Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 16. Holy shit, 16 hours of good stuff.
Wow.
A pure entertainment.
Hello Jacob, hello George. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the Speakeasy, gentlemen.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you everybody for watching the last episode with David trying to host that train wreck.
Yeah, right.
Thank
you guys for.
It was all right.
It was. See, look, it was okay, but there was something that you never saw. There was something that you never saw. The thing that you never saw was a good 7 minutes or so of tech horror.
Yeah.
Where
I think I heard the ghost of Josh or whatever going on.
Yeah.
And Josh was sick and all that.
And they started the show. They went on for about 7 minutes, and then deleted that whole thing and started over.
How you feeling, by the way, dude?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good, but I did
How's your butthole?
I did go down to I'm floating around 160 to 165 right now.
Damn.
And I was
like sick in order to get
I was
thin,
a high 170s
Fat
before,
piece of
so
shit.
I'm feeling pretty good. David, did you hear that? David, did you hear all those people laugh at your insult?
Yeah.
Oh man, Manny, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I said you gotta stay away from those guys, man.
Yeah.
Guys?
All right. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Sounds good.
Yeah, over there.
A lot of
Welcome
laughs
to
in this show.
So we have a freaking great show, Manny. George got Manny on, right? Is it George or David? I always forget who sets him up. So
George is the
got
one
Manny on.
I've never had anybody on the show. I don't know anybody.
He's our agent.
I've interacted with Manny a bunch of times. It's been a long time since I hung out with you, though, man.
Yeah, a long time.
When's the last time you've been to California, Josh?
Shit.
Shit, like a
Shit, my birthday last year was the last time I've been to California.
Yeah, the last time I saw you though, we were playing pool in Fred's garage.
I remember that.
That was the last time that I
Damn, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long time.
ago.
Yeah, it's been years.
Woo.
Anyway, so Manny chose a beer that nobody got but Manny.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it, dude. I looked everywhere. It's not existent out here. I just could not find it. So the beer was Delirium Nocturnum. Anyway, Manny shared a pretty interesting fact with us beforehand. But go ahead there, Manny. What you were saying that it's not an actual brand, right? Delirium's not a brand.
No, Delirium is actually a type of beer, made in Melee, Belgium. It's actually founded in 1906. It's made by some name I can't exactly pronounce, but it looks like it says Bruges Huygens.
Bruce Huygens?
Bruce Huygens. No way, that's Swedish.
Oh, I'm making the cake at the dew.
Millennia. That's pretty badass, though. I wish I could try it. What does it taste like? Give us a little, since no one else is able to drink it. Give us a little.
Strong palate.
It's actually it's a nutty kind of taste.
Giggity.
They say it's a dark ale, but it doesn't really taste like a dark ale. I suppose whether you can see it and everything like that, you know.
Hey, bring up the bottle. Show the people.
I'll bring up the bottle right now. Right
show the people the bottle. Give the people what they want.
It's
got like a pink elephant on it.
Yeah.
It's like Barney's fucking imaginary pink elephant when he gets drunk.
So, David, what do you got? What do you got to drink?
Oh, dude, I just got home from Vegas. I literally had my car at my friend George's house, picked up my car and came right home, and here I am now. I didn't have time to pick up anything. I had to scrounge for what I had left over from another episode. This is the
nice.
And then like a little diet ginger ale. I'm trying to watch my figure, guys. So yeah, bear with me.
So I got a little bit left, because after my sickness was over, I drank
after
some.
he was dying.
But I said I would share with you, and Pierce and myself got this because we couldn't find Nocturnum, so we got.
How do you pronounce that?
Grosh.
Glosh.
It's a
Kokalash.
shaman. Pierce was unsure how to open it. It's actually a swing top, which is pretty cool.
Pierce had to have his dad
pop that bad boy open.
No, my dad didn't know how either.
Wow, you guys come from a really good stock, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and
non-alcoholic.
I'm gonna take a little shot of this with you fellas. I got a cheers for us real quick. Hold on, what did I say? Oh yeah, to staying positive and testing negative.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
I don't get it.
Because you don't ever test negative.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Every test David has taken is negative. So.
Only if they're IQ. Only if they're IQ tests.
IQ
their IQ test. He doesn't
get a test.
His IQ test doesn't get a number. It just gets a negative.
It's like something's wrong with that boy.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like citrusy. It's like a citrus Peroni. You guys tried Peroni?
No one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
We should do Peroni on an episode.
Maybe when it's your turn to pick the beer, then you can pick that one.
Speaking of next turn, I think I'm next finally, right?
Yeah. Well,
or was it me?
Well, Pierce already bought his,
so that means I'm
Pierce.
next.
Okay.
So,
early bird gets the worm, David.
The episode.
On tonight's show, we have some Halloween. We're
He
visiting Hollywood
sounds
for some
so
celeb
early.
news. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit. David got me all worried about people hearing me and shit. We're gonna visit.
I didn't say anything.
There's some reboots coming up. Stupid People. We got somebody I really want to talk about. I don't know. You guys probably don't know who the fuck it is. Netflix and Hulu. David's Casual Encounters. You got a story ready for us, right, David?
Dude, I had to think really hard. I forgot a lot of my life, so.
So you got one.
Something. It's kind of funny. It's funny to me. So.
We have a Remember That One Time, and normally we always do Remember That One Times with like a lot of funny, like, haha shit behind it. But Manny, my boy Manny over here, has a super fucking interesting story that he's going to share with us. So remember that one time?
I think it's more of like horrific, but sure.
Yeah.
Very good choice of words, Josh.
Awful. It's full of awe. Okay, so we had Remember That One Time. It's been a while since I've talked about these chronic masturbators, so I'm going to talk about one of them.
What? Wait, when did you even bring up chronic masturbators?
Oh, we've been talking about masturbators for a while. Remember Canada? Pierce,
that's how the thing started. That's how Canada started, right?
Yeah, that's how Canada started. But this person's not from Canada. And then we're gonna wrap up with just a couple Facebook memories.
Guy just masturbates.
But
not from
first, over this week, if you were not under a rock, you heard about Mr. Anthony Bourdain, which I used to watch Travel Channel all the time. That's really what got me into the cooking shows. Like I'm a big fan of Food Network and stuff, but it was really Anthony Bourdain that bridged that gap and got me into the Food Network.
I would save on like episodes on like the DVR and stuff like that, and I would tell Josh, I'm like, hey dude, come over, like this is a really cool show. This guy's like out in the Philippines, or like now he's in Ireland or whatever. Like those are some of our favorite episodes. Yeah. So he's like we really looked up to him. He's like,
are you familiar with who he is, Pierce?
I've seen him on the Food Network, but I didn't know his like name until now.
So
funny, he wasn't on the Food Network.
Yeah, he wasn't on the
Travel
Network.
Channel.
Or sorry, I saw him do food stuff.
I just wish you.
See, it's not just.
That sounds a little weird.
One of the things that I love about him is it's not just centered around food. It's not like a cooking show, you know. It's centered around like culture,
drinking
and the
with
people,
local natives.
the drinking. Yeah, it's just so much. And on top of that, there's his narration that he writes that's just phenomenal. I mean, he's a great writer, or
beautiful
writer,
writer.
I should say. But
the way he would like describe people, like the indigenous people of like wherever he's at, or the overall scenery of like just that country that he's in, and like really elaborates a bit on the history and like what brought them to be that in that point. Like if there's a bit of turmoil in that country, whatever, he would like go on to explain what happened. But
yeah,
man,
you fucking felt like you were there.
Yeah.
This morning, I didn't really pay attention too much. The only cooking channels that I watch, or whatever the case may be, is whatever Angela watches. So whatever she watches, I watch because of watching. But I don't really know too much about him. said he was a writer, and what else is he?
A chef. He was
a chef, TV personality. I mean, just all the above. But yeah, real great guy. His most recent show was on CNN,
which is called Parts Unknown.
Yeah,
he started off on the
and
Travel
before that
Channel.
Was No Reservations.
No Reservations.
Right?
That's what he started off with, and then afterwards it became The Layover, which was also on the Travel Channel.
Oh yeah, The Layover. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that one was like, every single thing he did, dude. He's like just it's awesome. What hurts me the most is what's the guy Eric, his friend, the French chef Eric something. I forget his last name. Eric Massey. He was the one who found him. They were really close, dude. He was the one who found him. I was like, oh fuck.
Well, yeah. So I heard that it was like a belt to a bathrobe or something that he used to hang himself with.
A belt to a bathrobe?
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I normally don't plug anything on here, but National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. There's somebody out there to reach out to, even if you're friends.
Thing's a piece of crap.
I remember there was a time where I was like really fucking down on myself and shit, and I reached out to some friends like David, and he was just like a fucking dumb fuck about it. So anyway, sometimes don't reach out to your piece of shit friends like that guy. There's a phone number you can call. Anyway, let's get back to some funny. But Anthony Bourdain, you will be missed, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
When you cheers, do you guys like tap it on the table?
No.
So I've always done that. You know, I've always like raised the glass, hit it on.
You know why they do that, right?
There's several different
variations of the origin of the story.
Yeah, I know. Like they say, like in Ireland, they say that there's like spirits or whatever, and like it's
there's a lot of spirits in Ireland.
Unlucky to drink it, so you have to like tap it to get them out or whatever. Some people say cheers to the future, tap for the past, and then other people say like you tap for the friends that aren't here, like with you when you're doing it. So that's what I know. I don't know about you though.
I always thought it was tapping the actual establishment itself that you're in. Like, you know, you instead of tapping the outside of the building, you just tap the table to do that.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, speaking of food, let's get into some interesting stuff. So, IHOP is rebranding. You guys hear about that?
Oh.
What are they
doing? Need it for sure.
IHOP is flipping their P into a lowercase b. Now it's going to be called IHOB, IHOB. They released a statement saying
millennials killed IHOP, so we're changing.
They released a statement saying for 60 pancaking years we've been IHOP. Now we're flipping our name to IHOB. We find out tomorrow what the B actually stands for, but there's been a lot of speculation as to breakfast, maybe just like
probably just breakfast.
Overall, like, you know, breakfast in general.
International breakfast
could be brunch.
Most people are saying that it is going to be
not
burgers.
Quite breakfast.
That they're going after.
Lunch.
They're going after the market of burgers, and they're going to come out with this new Angus burger line. But I don't know.
I think it's going to be breakfast.
You think breakfast?
Yeah.
I do not like IHOP.
I think it's going to be
IHOP I know IHOP is not doing well right now. They need that rebrand.
Norms. Forget about it.
Yeah, I was like, me and Josh are more of a Norms guy.
I miss Norms.
Yeah.
Dude, Norm's really under game. Have you been to Norm's recently? Well, is there Norm's
I've been to Norm's like a year ago, and it was really good.
I think honestly, the last time I went to Norm's was about a year ago.
I recently went to.
Oh shit, Jesse, what's up?
Black Bear Diner.
That place
we have
Tacoma.
Black Bear Diner.
Did you go to the one in Tacoma?
No, the one in Cyprus.
Oh,
Cyprus.
Yeah, I went to the Black Bear Diner, and let me say, oh my god.
Those portions.
Is it good?
Awesome.
Look.
Dude, I have Black Bear Diner down here, and I've never been.
If there's one thing you need to get from Black Bear, it's their fucking
prime
orange juice. Their orange juice.
Orange
it's
juice.
fresh.
It's fucking amazing. Okay. Oh my god, best orange juice.
Black Bear Diner is one of the best places I have ever been to.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great.
I always
dude, I worked next to like 3 of them.
Like every single time. Their pancakes are amazing.
See, I'm not a pancake fan.
I love pancakes.
I'll eat a waffle.
From Cracker Barrel.
But you know, have you ever had something
I
like you're not a fan of, and
my
then all of a
pancakes
sudden
for biscuits and gravy.
you're like, you know.
That's what we. Man, Josh, why are we always the same about shit, dog? Man.
We'll be the same, dog. Well, anyway, Jesse's giving me a hard time for drinking water. I've been going back and forth. I've been drinking since this morning, so I got to go back and forth. You know,
Yeah. Why don't you tell
gotta
do
mix
what
it up.
Jeff tells you? drink up now. I want to see you
I'm
die.
not. I'm not trying to get sick like I was before. You know what I mean? I
You
gotta
should. You still
keep
looking
a good
chubby.
head on my shoulders.
Stupid.
Oh,
Slow
man.
down, Tuppy. You're not on the moon yet.
You're not on the moon yet. Anyway, David just came back in from Vegas, like he mentioned, and I'm pretty excited because the Cinderella story. Yeah, casserole.
It wasn't my choice. I was
casserole.
Casserole.
Not casserole.
Anyway,
Sounds
the Cinderella story that was the Las Vegas Golden Knights. It has crossed midnight and they have turned back into a pumpkin and they fucking lost. And I'm so fucking happy about that. The Washington Capitals took the Stanley Cup. Fuck the Golden Knights.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. What was it like over there? Was there like a pall cast around the whole city? Was just sadness?
I was too drunk to notice.
Oh, good. I saw that their jerseys already are half off right now. They must have overproduced thinking they were going to win, so they just were like, fuck it, half off. Let's get rid of them.
Dude, I don't even know
That was their plan B.
Yeah. But Washington Capitals star Devontae Smith-Pelly, who used to be a Duck.
Devontae.
Yeah, exactly, Devontae. He's like one of the only black guys on the team, and he said that he is not going to attend the White House invitation for the Washington Capitals Stanley Cup champions. But although he's not American, he's Canadian. He just says that he's not really into the
Black
political.
Canadian?
He said he's not really into the political stuff,
David
but
exists,
all the
man.
shit that Trump says, he's
It's
not
like,
going to attend.
They're real.
What? I missed it.
Well, too bad. Moving on.
You're saying too bad because you didn't hear it either, and you're just laughing to pretend you heard it. Don't fucking lie to me.
What?
Don't you fucking lie. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
That's what
It's just doing one of those, like, when you, like, listen to someone, like...
That's what I do the whole time on this show. God.
I know, because you're always just typing and shit.
No. He's always fucking like, wait a minute, what about that one guy? Like, yeah, Pierce, we just got done talking about him. We had, like, a 5-minute segment. He's like, oh...
Don't worry, in a couple minutes he's gonna be like, "You guys hear about the Anthony Bourdain guy?" Oh, David! Oh God, don't spit out, Jack. Come on. All right. So anyway, I mentioned Devontae Smith-Pelly not wanting to go to the White House, but did you hear that Trump disinvited all of the Eagles, the Super Bowl champion
What?
Eagles? He disinvited all of them because of the whole NFL protest shit. And he was just like, "No, you're not coming," and just disinvited them.
You know what? I don't want anybody over. Just forget it.
So this is not even close to being the worst of it because the NBA finals not even over, and he already pre-disinvited the winner, and he doesn't know who the winner is yet, but he's like, "You're both not coming."
Wow, what a
He's
sad
not
guy, dude.
He's not inviting him.
What
I
a
think it's
sad
pretty
piece of
funny.
shit. Well, it's funny, but like, dude, like,
You're not
no,
coming.
No,
No,
not
but-
coming. Don't come. No. It's like, fuck, man. Pathetic life to live, dude.
Well, what? I didn't even think that was a thing. It's like pre-firing somebody. Like,
Yeah, right.
Before you're hired, you're pre-fired.
He's like, let me let you know before I hire you, you got to get out of here.
Why didn't you just say you're fired? That's his line.
Because we're talking about pre-firing, not firing while you already hired them. God, Pierce. So, I was thinking about the 2020 election coming up. Speaking of Trump, and he's gonna rerun, but I think this is what I'm gonna do, and I really want your guys' support
Move
through this.
to Ireland.
No, I want your guys' support through this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my last name to Hindsight, and my tagline's gonna be Trump is the past and hindsight is 2020.
Are you really gonna run?
Oh no.
That'd be fucking funny, dude. I'd vote
Hindsight, right?
Anybody can
Hindsight.
run.
for you. Hindsight 2020.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
Somebody's gonna run on that campaign. Just wait. Somebody will run on that.
What, hindsight?
Yeah. And they're gonna try to get it as early as they can.
I'm just saying, if your surname is already hindsight, this is your fucking year. This is what you've been waiting for.
Like, yeah.
Like since the beginning of time.
Hindsight. So vote high for that. Is that what? Hindsight?
What?
Yeah, hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
Hindsight 2020.
You get.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
I think I'll get elected just based off of being clever alone.
Stupid.
Clever.
Well, they elect Trump of being dumb.
All right.
So you have a good chance.
Yeah, we're doing the opposite.
Yeah. Clever.
So, speaking of 2020, did you guys hear about the potential whiskey drought that we might be running into?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Is it
So,
drought?
John Teeling has been dubbed as the father of Irish whiskey. So he's most notable for starting that whole Irish whiskey revolution. And he says, there's an actual quote, I don't want to get it wrong. Soon there will be a shortage of Irish whiskey. What we're making now won't sell for 7 years, and our casks are running dry. So, Jameson is going to be impacted, as well as some growing brands.
What am I going to drink my pickle juice with?
Some growing brands of
David,
Japanese.
don't worry,
So you should stock up on whiskey.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's growing exponentially, like double digits consistently, and they're saying that if it continues to grow at the rate that it is, it'll be out until the new batch is done.
You should just buy in bulk and then sell it when it's
It won't sell
out.
for at least 7 years, but I believe it was 7 to 17, depending on the type of whiskey that you're buying. And they're right now they're overselling their 2020 goals. So they have a goal for 2020, and they're already
exceeding that.
They're already ahead of it.
They're pre-hired this goal.
Exactly.
Call back.
What if they're just
But
saying
yeah,
that to increase their sales, though? Because if everybody knows they're going to run out, everybody's going to stock up.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Jameson is already the fastest growing whiskey on the market right now.
Right.
So for them to, put this, little thing out there just to, like the Twinkies going out of business type of shit. I don't think it's really warranted right now because it's.
Speakeasy Gentleman's going
selling
out of
like
business.
crazy.
Oh, everybody, tune in.
Everybody watch it. We're going
Save
out
the
of business.
show.
We're going out of business.
We need 100 subscribers.
Surprise! This is the last episode.
Go ahead, Danny.
Jack Daniels is a low-end whiskey compared to most whiskeys that are actually out there too.
Don't you
Now,
dare
a lot of
back
people-
up Jack Daniels.
But look, I will drink Jack over Jameson any
I'll
fucking day.
drink Jack over Jameson as well. I'll do the same thing. But what I'm just saying is that Jack is a lower end whiskey compared to a lot of the whiskeys that are out there right now.
My personal preference is actually a Wild Turkey bourbon whiskey. I prefer bourbon.
and I'm a Scotch guy, man. I've been converted.
Yeah,
converted.
I told you, huh?
I do
Scotch,
like
Scotch
Scotch.
100%.
Oh my God.
Scotch is actually a really good one.
Yeah,
Depends
one day,
Scotch,
I think maybe for episode 20, let's do some
Kellen.
Scotch.
Okay, I'm down.
Kellen's.
I don't want to do McClellan because I'm into.
That's a good like beginner sort of intermediate Scotch. I mean, maybe like
Hey,
some.
I did
episode 20 for Scotch.
What are you saying, Manny?
I was saying, if we're doing this, I want to be in episode 20 for the Scotch.
You can watch us and drink with us.
Watch and drink along. I'm a Glenlivet guy. So
Glenlivet. I still haven't tried that one actually.
I tried a few of them. I tried McClellan, like you told me. Dewar's fucking garbage. I tried a couple other kinds.
It's good.
Glenlivet is the one that really
Speaks
really
to your
got,
palate.
got me going. Yeah. So Glenlivet's the one that I'll choose.
I
but
think McClellan's
definitely
for
the
me.
one I would recommend too.
Right there.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never been a real big fan of JMO. Like I drink Jameson like picklebacks, like you said. If you don't know what a fucking pickleback is, by the way,
Go
take a
out now,
shot of
dude.
Jameson.
I just
take a shot of
learned.
Jameson, chase it with a shot of pickle juice. It's phenomenal.
Dude, somebody
And
just
it
told me about that
completely-
yesterday.
It erases the whole like feeling.
Where did Manny
Oh.
go?
Manny disappeared. But yeah, if you haven't tried a pickleback, another thing that I drink Jameson with is the
Ginger ale.
what the fuck is it called?
Ginger ale. Jameson ginger ale.
Pancakes and syrup.
What?
Pancakes and syrup. So, it's a shot. It's a two-parter shot. So the first one, you put half Jameson, half butterscotch in the shot glass, and you chase it with orange juice. You take it one after another. You don't even breathe in between. Just boom, boom. and then it tastes just like fucking pancakes and syrup. It's like breakfast. It's phenomenal, man. I fucking love it. You know me, I was doing specialty shots for a long time, like chocolate cakes and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, dude, you were all about that for a long while.
Shit, no, maybe I was actually thinking about this today. You could get everything except for sweet and sour in little shots for Captain Jack Sparrows. So you get Captain, you can get Jack, you can get.
We need to get
Apple
that.
Pucker,
How do we make that an actual? Let's
do Captain Jack Sparrows for an episode.
Oh, dude.
That's what I'm saying, because I wanted to make it easier. Like we'll make it easy for Pierce. He just grabs some bottles, mixes it all together, has 1 or 2 drinks instead of having fucking invest like $60 on the whole.
How about before the actual episode, I'll have a video where I'll show you how to make it, like, and then we'll post it up on the Facebook so people can know how to make it, and then they'll join us with the drink during the actual episode.
Yeah, maybe so.
Record a little video.
What do you think, Manny? Good.
Manny, how do you do?
I don't want to keep him in the dark about all this. So,
hey, Manny, why don't you lighten us up a bit for something?
Anyway, good news for everybody else, because Jack Daniel's is running strong, as is every other whiskey, except for, I kind of glossed over this a little bit, but Japanese whiskey is at risk also.
It's at risk, man. Japanese whiskey is underrated. I just had it last week. I don't know what kind of Japanese whiskey it was, but man,
because you can't read Japanese.
Yeah, it's like turning your head sideways. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Is it called Nagasaki?
Nagasaki? Nagasaki? No, it was. I don't know what it was, but it was. I personally don't like. I can't do it neat. I have to have like an ice cube. I'm a bit of a bitch.
Oh really? So you can't do what I'm doing. You can't just drink it straight out the bottle.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that either.
I mean, yeah, if I'm a chaser, but if it's like in a glass, I prefer ice. A little cold. But I had this Japanese whiskey, and it was neat. Man, the smell of it was like one of the smoothest, sweetest whiskeys I've ever had. Like, I didn't have a problem with it having it neat, but had I had it on rocks, dude, I would have drank that shit like water, man. It was really good.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I gotta find out what kind of Japanese whiskey that was. I'll get back to you, because there's actually a Japanese whiskey bar out here in Southern California.
Oh, show me.
Let me know when you do. I've been meaning to buy a bottle of whiskey. So let me know when you find.
Oh, don't ask why.
I'll look up what Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, see, Pierce wants to buy a bottle of whiskey, but he doesn't want my recommendations. He wants some Asian whiskey. He's like, I've been looking to buy a bottle.
That's
but
pretty
tell
racist.
Me what kind of Japanese whiskey?
Wait, what was your recommendation?
Scotch, dude. Scotch whiskey.
Oh yeah. I want to get that too.
Turkey bourbon.
You will.
About America, son.
Glenlivet is not. It's not like this. It doesn't have anything back here. None of that bitterness when you blow out your nose. It doesn't have any of that. It's so smooth, and it's still. I mean, it's strong and everything, but it's amazing. Soju or something. Is it called soju?
Soju. Is that what it? No,
soju is
like,
a rice. It's rice.
Yeah, rice wine.
Rice wine. Like that.
Rice wine.
And that one is like, dude, it just like it's water.
It goes down like it goes down like vodka.
Not even, dude.
I would
soju
say
is
so.
Like, so. It's
soju.
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah, it's soju.
It's like vodka minus the burn, I guess.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Hear you, but we can't see you.
We have the ghost of Manny on the show this time.
The ghost of Manny. Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Where's that from?
Futurama.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to my next topic. I have an image here of a 17-year-old girl from Pennsylvania named Ellison.
Why are we
Fox.
showing images of 17-year-old girls?
I will tell you. So there's this running thing with teens inviting celebrities to their proms and shit. You heard about that?
Oh yeah, they do that a lot on Twitter. Like,
so instead of her doing this, she was actually pretty creative. Hey, Pierce, we got Manny back. You want to go ahead and throw him on first?
Yeah, toss him on.
Before we share this image, or you can actually fix it while you put the image up, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay,
put the
cool.
image up.
Pierce, go to work.
So we're gonna go ahead and throw this image up. She was very creative. She took a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito.
Like, is that Danny DeVito?
That's Danny DeVito. Took a cardboard cutout to her prom.
That's pretty cool.
Which I thought was pretty cool, and she actually got recognized for. She got some notoriety for it. People are also thinking it's pretty cool. But yeah,
did Danny DeVito actually see this and like he's like, oh, I would have gone. Like,
I mean, he had to see it, right? I mean,
he must
because it got so much notoriety. I mean, I'm talking about it. right? I mean, like, I'm sure he found out about it.
Because you're talking about it.
Because
Wow.
I'm
Big
if
news.
It's on the Speakeasy Gentlemen, if it's on the Speakeasy Gentlemen, it's fucking news, bro. Like, that's just how it is.
Gentlemen, it ain't shit.
So she decided to take a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito. So Danny DeVito actually got wind of this, and he responded with a photo, and he posted this up. Go ahead and put that up, Pierce. Whenever you're ready.
Hurry up, Pierce. I'm really excited
go.
to see that. Yeah, man.
And go.
Oh my God, Pierce.
And go.
I don't have the hotkey set up. Hold on.
The hotkey set. I mean, speed dial.
Oh yeah, there's a speed dial for it.
Dude, seriously, were you?
All right, he responded. He responded with a photo. We got it.
Here we go.
There you go.
Oh no way.
In Patty's pub, dressed up as Frank.
Hey.
Which I thought was fucking awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool that he brought her there, but we could all agree on one thing. She's pretty flat-chested.
Oh my God.
Get it? Because she's a cardboard cutout.
Yes.
Oh. That one went right over my head.
And that joke flatlined.
Oh, that was the worst.
Hey, Pierce. Fine. I'll give it up to Pierce. I'll give it up.
Oh man.
Hey, you know they filmed the.
I'm gonna need a stiff drink after that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You're probably done.
Clever. Yeah. Really clever.
How's that working out for you? Being clever.
What? Being clever. Huh? It's alright.
Anyway, I thought it was pretty fucking cool. She didn't go the way of everybody else. Like, will you come to, inviting, like, that girl who invited The Rock. Did you hear about that? Girl that invited The Rock to her prom. And he responded saying, like, hey, it's so good for you to reach out to me. Like, all kinds of really famous, beautiful women always, like, they're too shy to talk to me in person because I'm so amazing, blah, blah.
The Rock said that?
Yeah. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But then he was like, I can't go because I'm busy filming Jungle Cruise. By the way, they're making a Jungle Cruise movie. Let's talk about that more.
The Disney ride?
Yeah, the Disney ride. We'll talk about that in another episode because it hasn't. There's all these things sit in my back pocket, but they haven't developed much, so I haven't been talking about them. But anyway,
why don't we do them here? So you heard it here first. I never.
So he's busy filming Jungle Cruise, but he actually paid for her and like 200 of her closest friends to go watch Rampage. He rented out a theater, paid for them to watch Rampage, all the snacks and drinks and everything else you want. Well, not drink like alcoholic drinks, but sodas or whatever. All the pops.
Even if it was paid for, all the fixins. I wouldn't think I'd see that.
You still wouldn't want to watch Rampage? No. I was pretty curious about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was curious.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I like Jumanji.
Wait, what?
I like Jumanji.
I thought Jumanji.
I heard that was really good.
But you heard from me because I talked about it on the show, David.
No, I didn't hear. I heard it from George and Matt this weekend.
I think some of the movies that he's going off with right now are probably. It's probably some of the worst movies that he's doing so far.
Skyscraper?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't think Rampage is gonna be good. I don't think the Safari movie is gonna be good.
You don't think Jungle Cruise is gonna be good?
Like,
you think it's gonna be a Haunted Mansion, huh?
And like, what are you gonna get off the Jungle? Like, I don't understand.
What if this Jungle Cruise becomes like his sort of Pirates of the Caribbean, and they make fucking film after film?
Right, over and over. Holy shit! But do you remember?
I'd be fucking surprised.
Dude, when I found out Haunted Mansion was coming out, I was so fucking excited because I loved that ride.
Eddie Murphy.
That's my number 2 ride. It's fucking Pirates of the Caribbean Haunted Mansion. That's my number 2.
I fucking love you.
Indiana Jones.
I would ride it all the time. And then when I found out they're making a Haunted Mansion movie, I was so disappointed in how fucking terrible that movie was. Absolutely
Eddie Murphy isn't as funny as he used to be.
Eddie Murphy? Oh, come
on. And in the morning,
I'll make it waffles.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do. All right. Anyway, so speaking of movies coming out, there's a movie coming out called Tag. Have you heard of that? Coming out June 15th.
This is based off a true story, and I'm curious as hell.
It's based off a true story, and I found out today actually because I was doing my research. It's based off of a group of 10 friends from Spokane, Washington, from here.
What?
Right here. Yeah.
You should make 10 friends out there and start Tag.
No, I don't have any friends, so I
You're
can't.
You're
It's okay. But anyway, it's a game of tag that they've been playing for 35 years, since high school. Same game of tag. And I was actually looking it up, and there's photos of guys like dressing up like old women. There's a guy who was dressed up like a homeless person, and they were walking his friend by, and he tagged him like he was like pretending to sleep for like hours next to a fucking what is it called, a gas station.
Bags, you have to tag
he was like outside of a liquor store, like just pretending to sleep.
That's
and then
insane.
tag, you're it. There's
Dude,
rules.
these
so
guys
there's,
are like
there's no tag
wait,
backs.
there's rules.
Yeah, there's no tag backs. It's only for the month of February. So if you like fucking March 1st, you're it for the whole year until February starts again.
Oh wow!
How could you wear that burden?
That is cool.
Right? Yeah, there was a guy who flew from like Seattle to San Francisco just so he wasn't it anymore. Because like the very first, like February 1st, he was just like, I'm fucking flying. Like I'm
couldn't handle the anxiety
for 35 years.
So
anyway,
what you were reading, Josh, what you were reading, is it true that one of them has never been tagged?
So I was looking for that.
Spoiler
because
alert.
in the
Thanks,
trailer,
Benny.
well, no, they say it in the trailer.
Well, they say it in the trailer.
But I did not see that in the article that I read, but I mean, it could be true, but I didn't see. I mean, that could just be like something that Hollywood added.
That could be something to wheel them in. But I thought, you know what? I was like, for somebody not to be tagged in 35 years,
right?
The game still goes. Like, aren't you so damn determined that you really want to tag this guy?
Fuck, dude, 35-year game of tag. I'm super interested in this movie. I'm gonna watch this movie. But the guy who hasn't been tagged, like what Manny said, is a guy named Jeremy Renner. You might know him. He's a Hawkeye. So Pierce,
Jeremy Renner.
I sent Pierce a photo just in case people.
He's not a hot guy, dude.
I didn't. Oh man. So Hawkeye.
There he is.
Hawkeye. He was He was also in what, Hurt Locker. I think he played.
He was also in 28
Gamble.
Weeks Later.
He played Gamble in SWAT. Did he not?
Wasn't
he in SWAT?
He was in 28 Weeks Later.
Long time ago.
He was a sniper in 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah, that's right. You could go ahead and kill that now, Pierce. I just wanted to add a photo just in case people didn't know who Jeremy Renner was. So something funny about this guy. He broke.
He's a Velociraptor.
He broke both of his arms 3 days into filming.
Wait,
both of them filming tag.
How did he break his arms?
Because he's fucking stupid.
Are they doing like parkour and stuff?
That's why he's not in the Avengers.
Really?
Like he couldn't pull his.
This is why he's not in Avengers?
No. I don't know. I was just saying he's not Avengers.
Could be.
Stupid.
I just have this picture in my head.
Could be his arms were broken.
And all of a sudden he goes, my arms!
So
both my arms are broken.
He actually returned. Like I think it was the next day or a couple days later. He returned to filming.
Without his arms being broken.
He broke his arms in the beginning, and you would think like
Break
3 days into
double casted, like walking like
3 days
C3PO.
into filming, you fucking replace
Like-
that dude, right? I mean, think about it. He broke his arms 3 days into filming. Fucking replace him. Get somebody else. It's not like he's like a highly sought after actor, but anyway. So he showed back up, and because they already filmed some of it with him wearing short sleeves, he had his cast and they put dots on him. So when he's has short sleeves, it's CGI'd arms.
They really did that?
They use fucking CGI for his arms.
Did they really need him in the movie?
They needed him that bad.
Be like, hey, let's get someone else. Like, sorry,
so
Jeremy,
they put the dots. They did their CGI arms and shit. And then for the rest of the movie, because it was so early, they had him in long sleeves, so they were able to cover it up. But I mean, hats off to him, man, because he was able to go through the pain. You know, he broke his arms in.
Break, or was it more of a hairline fracture kind of thing?
I read break. So I'm sticking with break until they say something different. But
until we see his medical records. Let's
see it.
Show us your
it actually broke to the point where it pierced his skin on one of his arms. I don't know which one it is, but
right here.
Do you really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I have a radius.
Right. Knock on wood. Never broke any bones.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Wherever you are.
6 pounds, 8 ounce. Don't even know a word yet.
But yeah, so that movie's coming out on the 15th. I'm gonna watch it. I'm
gonna check that out, dude.
I had no idea it came from Spokane though.
I didn't know it was based on a true story.
Is it like parkour type thing, or just like stealthiness?
I don't know. I mean, it looked pretty crazy. Like there's one where I believe it's Jeremy Renner who's getting married. and somebody, I think like Ed Helms or someone's running towards him to go tag him.
Hey, John
and then
Hamm
they
is
just,
in
like,
that movie, correct?
John Hamm's in it too. Isla Fisher's in it. There's some good, you know, top big names in there.
Yeah, John Hamm. I love John Hamm, dude.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Angela mentioned it to me, and just like, I thought it was okay at first, and then I started seeing some more of the trailers and started understanding a little more of what it was. And then when they came out to say that it was, you know, a real life event, like it's been going on like legit, I'm like, really, 35 years being tagged with the same group of people. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Imagine
Shit.
like.
We should start something.
We should start a podcast.
We should start freeze tag.
Rock, paper, scissors. Every
yes.
day we rock, paper, scissors on the podcast. No, you're right, Pierce.
That was legit right there.
You're right. Freeze tag, Pierce, and then you have to stay frozen for a year. Only for the month of February. Freeze tag. We might even get invited to the White House. Who knows?
I believe that.
We'll play Amoeba Tag. Have you ever played Amoeba Tag?
What is Amoeba Tag?
What was that for fucking science camp kids?
No, Amoeba Tag was like when you like tag somebody, they became part of you, and like so you just got bigger and bigger, and you just had to like tag people. It was so weird.
So you just get like a fucking like a Megazord.
Yeah, but it would be like a 2v2.
They grab onto your legs.
Yeah, but you'd be against somebody, so somebody else would also have an amoeba. And so, like, as you got bigger, like, people just get cut off.
Battle Royale.
And you fight.
And the bigger amoeba team wins.
And because you fight to the death?
No.
Battle Royale.
Shit.
Whatever. That movie's really good.
It was fun.
Speaking of fighting, Pierce, I'm gonna give you a quick remember that one time. Remember that one time when we fought those
yes.
two brothers that were in our little complex?
Giovanni.
So this one time, Giovanni and what was his
Santiago?
name? I don't remember. Anyway,
Santiago.
So there were these two brothers.
They haunt my dreams. I can't sleep at.
It was like the only fight Pierce has ever done.
Yeah, right? That's why you
of course he'd remember.
It's the only fight I won.
There were these two brothers, and we were... he says it with pride.
He's like,
so,
yeah.
there were these two brothers, and we were like... It was me and Pierce and them two, dude. We were gonna fight. So, like, they ran towards us, and I just popped this kid in his nose. He starts fucking gushing blood from his nose. He falls on the floor.
Do you remember how I won my fight?
We had this little gate. We had this little yellow gate that swung around in circles. That's all you did with it. You just swung on it. And the little brother was chasing Pierce around the gate.
Like a turnstile?
And Pierce just swung the gate back at him, hit him right in the kneecap, and the kid fell right next to his brother, and both of the brothers were crying on the floor. And
way to use the environment, Pierce.
So
yeah,
this is what was funny is I was like I was trying to talk him down. I was like, we don't have to fight. I was like, why are you trying to?
We could be gentlemen about
right.
That.
I didn't understand why he wanted to fight me, but it was apparently because his brother didn't like my brother, so he wanted to fight me, right? And I was like,
it's all my fault.
I was like, well, if we're gonna fight, I might as well end it early. And I just swung a thing, and I like hit him in the knee.
He swung this gate fucking two-handed. Wham!
Is mom watching this? Mom, can you verify this?
Okay, well, continue the story.
She will, because she had some involvement on this too. Because we went.
She beat up the mom.
We went
home. Mom beat up the mom.
It was a family feud.
All of a sudden, this bitch starts fucking pounding on our door. So she starts screaming at my mom. I walk up, and then she's
Nobody yells at mama like that.
And my mom's like, Josh, what the hell happened? Blah blah. And then I tell her,
funny story, Mom.
I'm like, they ran at us. I punched the kid, and then Pierce, hit the kid with the gate. And then she was like, my sons did whatever the fuck they needed to do. Blah blah blah. Like, you ever come pounding on my fucking door, I'm gonna fucking blah blah blah.
Pound on your face.
I was like, yes. And then,
so basically, 3 fights were won that day.
My mom's
a lovely lady.
Gangster, dude. She's a fucking gangster.
This was basically 3 fights were won that day. Little brother versus little brother, older brother versus older brother, and mom versus mom.
You're gonna get the whole family involved.
After that, I was like, yeah, go mom. And then she was like, you're still fucking grounded. Get in the room. And I'm like, what? But you just yelled at the lady. Yeah.
I remember Giovanni like jumping up and down in the back going, Pierce hit me, Pierce hit me.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Man, good time.
I'll hit you again. Stop jumping up and down.
I have a long history. I have a long history of fighting neighbors for some reason. We'll get into the I guess violence in general. Yeah, that's true.
Make a new segment.
Pushing people out windows.
Stupid shit.
Right?
Josh is done.
Violence in your life, right?
Since I've been here, I have not gotten to fight. I'm proud to say.
Nice.
Ricky, can you verify this?
She can. Anyway, let's move
After
on.
the 2-minute delay.
So I guess I don't know if I can call this a reboot. Let's just call it a sequel. The working title for this movie is Top Gun Maverick.
It is
Oh.
a sequel.
You know what?
Top Gun, I'm on a highway to the danger zone.
Hey, who's directing this?
I knew that, but I did not write it down. Great question. Next question.
Next question, Camille. Great question. Next question.
Next
I
question.
Tom Cruise is going to be in this movie.
Tom Cruise is the only person who is confirmed. However, the production has been set up at a San Diego hotel, and somebody by the name of Val Kilmer has been seen walking through the hotel.
Oh,
So-
way.
Hey, doesn't he
Really?
have throat cancer?
Word is he's reprising his role as Iceman.
No way.
I don't like you,
Yeah.
Maverick, because you're dangerous.
So, anyway, Tom Cruise is the only person officially confirmed, but they've seen him. So,
Hey,
July
isn't
20.
Val Kilmer has throat cancer now.
I have no idea. Let me Google
heard
this.
him on Jonesy's Jukebox. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you the story. I heard him on Jonesy's Jukebox the other day, but he had, I guess, supposedly from what I've heard, the throat cancer is kind of spreading and it's affecting obviously his voice. So what he was doing,
Yeah,
on
you're true.
the show-
I mean, you're telling the
you're
truth.
true.
You're true.
You're right.
You're true.
He was doing his Marlon Brando impression during the whole the show. So he kind of sounded like this all the time. He was just kind of talking really weird. And, you know, they kept saying like, we have our guest Val Kilmer. I was like, that doesn't sound like Val Kilmer. So I don't know if I think the cancer is spreading so bad that it's affecting his voice, and he just thought to have fun with it.
So it is Joseph Kosinski. You might not know the name,
Joseph
but he did Tron Legacy, Oblivion.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oblivion. I threw up in
Grant-
that movie.
Wait, these are TBA. I'm not even gonna talk about these yet. I'm using these for my repertoire later. But yeah, Tron Legacy. I think
Tron, that was a good movie.
that was a great.
I don't understand
love
what Disney. Are you
I mean,
watching Disney?
To
Why
be fair,
couldn't you
if
do
Olivia
Tron
Wilde
2?
wasn't in it, it would be a little less of a great movie, but it was still a great movie.
I don't know what Disney was thinking when they made Tomorrowland, because they scrapped Tron 2. They're like, oh, Tomorrowland, and that movie sucked.
Did it?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Never seen it. It sucked.
I didn't watch it either. Wait, you haven't seen it, but you're saying it sucked?
Sucked, bro.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So, speaking of directors / producers, David, I believe you're the
Producers.
one who mentioned this. Martin Scorsese is going to be in charge of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker origin movie. You know about that, right?
He was producing, I think it was. I don't know if
Producing.
he's actually directing.
So, I remember us talking about that though, like subtly. You know, it was just kind of in the background somewhere. But
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is going to be the new Joker.
I missed that. You
but-
heard it here first.
But Jared Leto is signed on for another
To
Joker.
make another Joker movie, but
They're
his
making
Joker.
so simultaneously in the DC universe. There's going to be 2 Jokers for some reason.
Well, technically, there's
the
definitely 3
fucking-
Jokers.
The stupid fucking
Great
rapper.
Jokers.
Who's 3?
According to the comics, when Batman sits on a throne that, when you ask a question, it will give you the answer. He says, "Who is a Joker?" And he says, the chair responds like there's 3 of them or something like that. There's 3 different Jokers.
Well, I'm talking about DC movies though.
I'm talking about DC Comics, bitch.
That's redundant. Detective
You're not dumb.
Comics. Yeah. Anyway. So Jared Leto, I think, is the worst fucking Joker of all time. I do not.
He was
care
not
for
that
him
great.
at all. But he is confirmed for a Joker solo movie, and that is not including
Speaking of
Joker-
solo movie,
Joker versus Harley, which is also a movie that they've been slated for.
I
didn't
lost
hear
some
about
faith
this.
in DC.
I didn't hear about this until I started doing my research, but DC said Joker versus Harley's coming out, Suicide Squad 2, Birds of Prey, Gotham City Sirens are 4
Sirens.
different things
I'm excited for that one.
featuring Margot Robbie as Harley.
Margot Robbie. Hey, she's playing Sharon Tate
Margot.
in Tarantino's movie.
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that. Did you ever watch that thing of her on YouTube where she's like explaining a bunch of Australian terms?
Wait, she's Australian?
Are you serious?
I didn't know that. I never paid attention to her really, other than the Harley Quinn thing.
Yeah, she's Australian.
No, what? That's awesome.
I know.
What?
Right?
Anyways, she was explaining what Australian terminology.
Like, they kiss there, but it's like a French kiss, but down under. Hey Pierce.
Yes.
I'm gonna give this to you separately, but I want you to say it fast, okay?
Okay.
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
That's how they say
Faster.
razor blades in Australia.
Rise up lights. Oh,
Damn.
say beer can. That's how they say bacon in Jamaica.
Beer can?
In a Jamaican accent.
Beer can.
Beer can.
Let me get some beer can.
See?
I need some beer can for my breakfast. Alright, anyway. Speaking of stupid people like me, let's get into some stupid people. Pierce, I sent you a photo for this.
Oh, you
Turn the
did?
next photo up. I did.
Oh, did you?
That's not him.
No. Whoa, what
So,
the fuck?
you guys might not know.
Is that
who this
Ludacris?
is.
Luda?
No, I guessed that.
No,
This
dude,
guy
that's
named-
the guy from Raven and all
That
those.
is-
Oh!
Yes, that's
That's
the guy
who?
from That's So Raven. So
Never seen
my
it.
topic for this is That's So Stupid.
Ah.
His name
I
is
actually know
Orlando.
quite a bit about this fucking guy, which is
His
kind of
name is-
nerdy.
Do you really? You know quite a bit about him?
Well, the
Where'd
thing
you
is, I wanted to know whatever fucking happened to him, because I was actually recently, I was watching TV, and That's So Raven, the new version with her kid, and
Just a new
Whatever.
version?
Oh yeah, and like
You know?
Chelsea and shit. The other girl.
yeah,
was on
they
it.
have kids now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know whatever happened to this guy, if he was ever going to make like an appearance. Or this idiot has been making himself so much in trouble with all kinds of stuff.
He's been making appearances in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Got to get the
He's causing-
convicts excited. So he was actually arrested in Las Vegas.
Hey.
For felony narcotics possession.
Oh, no.
And a misdemeanor
Disney
for
tradition.
paraphernalia. And Pierce, go ahead and put that on screen one more time. On the right-hand side, bottom right-hand side, that is a tattoo he got of Raven. You could barely see kind of the top of it. Oh, there you
What
go. Pierce
the
gonna.
fuck?
That's a tattoo he got of Raven from That's So Raven. Raven Simone. But yeah, fucking
So is he
creepy.
going to be the new Joker?
That's a
Getting
horror.
tattoo of fuck ha 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 like on his fucking chest.
No, he tried to DJ. He tried to set some stuff up for himself. He tried to be legit for a while, and then just things went downward, like spiral for him, badly, and
Very badly, apparently.
yeah, very badly.
Yeah, that sucks.
He just he lost control of a party life.
Fuck you, Jesse. He said, looks like Josh tattooed him. What a fucking dick. With that stupid ass tattoo.
Damn, dude.
So,
Dude, Jesse.
anyway,
Go.
Disney Channel stars, man, they're fucking, they go downhill pretty
And
quickly.
stuff
Yeah.
happens.
A buddy of mine named Pat, you remember Patty Cake? Patrick
Yeah.
McComas? I'll see if I can get him on the show. He's a good guy, but he hung out, fucking did coke and fucking drank and all kinds of shit. I probably shouldn't have said his last name if I just said he did coke. But anyway,
Yeah, great.
he hung,
You
he
hear
hung
that,
out and did all
officers
this.
watching?
Hung out and did all this dumb shit with the former Disney Channel star too. He's like Zeke and Luther or some shit like that. So
Never heard of that.
I haven't either, but he told. Well, aside from him telling me about it.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, fucking crazy Disney Channel stars, right? When you're a kid, you're like, I could do that, and then there's your future right there. Getting a tattoo of Raven Simone, the little Rudy Huxtable.
You know what? Raven Simone, she actually made an appearance on the that freaking hit TV series Empire.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that. My mom
She's
watches
actually
that.
She actually has a couple episodes in there.
Our
She's
mom,
actually
I should say.
pretty paid.
I don't really
actually
care
what?
much for Terrence Howard.
Is that original Rhodey?
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
him.
Oh, dude, I like him way
that
better
guy.
than the new Rhodey. What
You
was it,
fucking
Don-
kidding me, dude?
Don Cheadle.
Don
or
Cheadle
whatever?
is the
Fuck
shit.
Don Cheadle. He's a
Fuck
fucking.
you, dude.
He's a terrible actor. He's garbage.
Seriously, dude? Fuck you.
I want to fuck. He's ugly ass face. Everything about him
Terrence
bothers.
Howard is a piece of shit, dude.
Everything bothers me about that.
Fuck you. Terrence
you.
Howard, piece of shit. Fuck you.
Look at you, fucking porn
What are you
star.
going to do?
Fucking
You know what?
V-neck, unbuttoned shirt,
Fuck you.
fucking nails painted. I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Anyway, everybody knows that I'm a loser, like David says all the time. So I stay home and do nothing but watch TV. So we have a segment called "What's New on Netflix and Hulu." So anyway, there's this ongoing debate about The Last Jedi. Some people love it, some people hate it. Some people who love it, meaning me. Some people who hate it, meaning these fuckers. Where are they?
I never said I hated it.
Talk, dude.
What's your opinion there, Manny?
I never said I hated it.
My opinion is that I don't know because I haven't seen.
Oh, good. Well, good news for you. It's coming to Netflix this
Good
month.
news for you.
20
Don't waste your life.
on
dude.
the
Go watch
26th.
something else.
Watch it.
Anything else.
The Last Jedi. It's a good film.
It's
and
not.
see, so many people are attached to this nostalgia. I've talked about this since fucking, I don't know, episode 1.
Nostalgia.
Of our
There's
show.
fucking the original, like.
Listen, no, you're not listening.
Just the.
I've talked about this since episode 1 of our show. So many people are attached to this nostalgia where they don't want anything new or retelling of old stories or anything. But there's a new thought process behind these stories, and it's changed. I can't get my kid to sit through fucking, Return of the Jedi.
That was really good.
I can't get my kid to sit. I can't get my kid to sit through it though. But she will sit down and watch all of Last Jedi. That's what I'm saying. It's getting new excitement over this franchise.
Well,
You're talking about.
Jedi. Jedi was kind of slow.
Like my friend Bob Dylan said, the times they are changing, and that's why, fucking Lion King, dude. That's why we're remaking Lion King, because the old Lion King is so slow. You have to watch a new one. You have to watch a revamped one. We have fucking ADD
John
now.
Favreau making a live action of Lion King, right?
That's what we talked about that on a former episode. But yes, that's what it is. Like John Favreau's remaking it just like he did Jungle Book. He made it exciting. He made it new, and people didn't watch the old cartoon Jungle Book, but they fucking loved the new live action, just like Lion King. I'm just saying we need more excitement to these old things. Like people aren't gonna go watch Return of the Jedi as many times as they're gonna watch fucking Last Jedi.
I would watch Return of the Jedi.
But you like The Force Awakens though, did you not?
Force Awakens is good. In my opinion, it goes Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, Solo movie, and then Force Awakens.
You like Rogue One that much?
Rogue One was the best.
It's what I wanted. It's what I wanted. I wanted.
Is because you revisit Vader?
Rogue One was so good.
It was just the
plot was great in Rogue One. It had great pacing.
I got a buddy of mine that actually turned himself away from Star Wars completely, and he is the biggest Star Wars nut. Like, he's got everything Star Wars. He's got like lasers and costumes and all sabers and all kinds of shit. Like, he's the biggest Star Wars.
Is it Daniel?
fan you'll ever freaking know. Oh, David, no, this guy actually bought like $100 freaking lightsabers.
That's how much this thing cost.
How much does that cost?
No way. Who bought it for you?
I bought it for myself.
Bullshit. $100.
This was Luke's. No, it was like
Got
130
a pawn shop.
bucks. No?
Pawn shop, maybe. Second hand.
Well,
Stole it.
I need to boop, 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 boop. It doesn't light up. I need batteries.
It doesn't
Need
work.
batteries.
He can afford the lightsaber, but not the batteries.
That's how you got it.
You know how expensive batteries are? You know what?
After The Last Jedi and the comment from what's Luke's
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
After his
Hamill.
Did you say Hammond?
He's a Hammond.
Skywalker's
I got Hammond this time, boy.
He completely turned himself away from Star Wars. Like, he won't even watch another Star Wars movie because he said they made him look like a wimp. Like,
yeah, I don't like what they did with Luke, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was my biggest problem.
Because
Luke,
everything the baddest freaking character there is.
Yes, me and David probably agree with this. Like, Luke was like, he was just somebody who knew the right way to go. Right, that was kind of like part of him. Is like he knew the right way to go. He had a really good moral compass, and so he wouldn't have done like what he did in Force Awakens, or not Force Awakens, The Last Jedi.
In Last Jedi.
And I don't know if you guys.
He would not have done that.
Interviews. Some of his interviews, he was talking so much shit about how the directors are just wanting to make money rather than experience.
But if you make a good movie, you'll make more money.
Yeah,
it's the fucking demographic that they're aiming for. Yeah. That's all it is. It's
what demographic?
Younger,
in
older
the entire
demographic.
fandom.
That's what it is.
But other than that, I like the movie. But it's just like Luke was supposed to be like this like person who was unwavering.
You know what my favorite part was?
Especially after the ending of the last movie.
My favorite part of this movie, and you guys might agree with me on that, him milking those blue aliens.
Yeah, those weird things. Yeah, it's fucking.
I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway, Last Jedi is gonna come on the 26th. If you haven't watched it, like,
don't watch it. Go watch Solo.
Watch it.
It's
Just
still
watch
okay.
it. Give us your opinion. We'll revisit it. I have not seen Solo, so I'm gonna watch it. I think I'll
Solo
watch
is
it
definitely worth it.
I'll watch it on
What
Tuesday.
The Last Jedi did to my heart, and it fucking ruined it. Solo like picked it up, and it's like, hey, don't worry.
And there's so many people who do.
I need to watch
like,
it. Dang it.
The Solo
like
character,
the new Han.
did Han Solo character in this new movie actually carry out what, you know,
Harrison Ford.
old Solo character was like?
No, but I heard the
Like
supporting
his
cast was
comedy
good.
and
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm not gonna
I
spoil
mean,
it. I'm just gonna
everyone's
say it
just
right
getting on their knees for Donald Glover, though. Is he really that
No.
great?
He's a good Lando. I'm always gonna pick Billy D. Williams. That's my boy. I love him. But I mean,
Rest
it's
in
really
peace.
good.
What'd you look up
Still
for?
alive. I was like, well, no,
No, because you're like, that's my boy.
No, I was gonna say that. Like, okay, the guy, what's his name? Alden, or something. I don't know. The guy who's playing Solo in this new one, right?
Yeah.
You got to remember that the Han Solo that we all know and love, it's Harrison Ford, and he's a lot older. This is sort of an origin story. So he's not already born with all this like cool charisma and swagger. He's building up to it, you know? So I think that's what a lot of the disappointment is for most part. I think what happened is like it came out the weekend after Deadpool 2. Movies,
Oh yeah.
for them to make a lot of money, it's all about location, location, location.
Which doesn't make sense because it's fucking Disney and Disney. Separate that shit a little bit. Like, you have the ability. No, I
there's
think
Disney
they're pretending
rated
they're two
R, and
different.
then,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But
Actually,
go watch
Disney
Solo.
and Disney, it really
the
doesn't matter because
Wild
anybody
Ride.
can get money for both.
So we'll watch. So I'll watch Solo. I'll make sure.
Watch
Pierce
Solo.
watches
It's a ride I
Whether,
did not want
whether I
to
gotta
end,
buy this
I'm gonna watch it
motherfucker
again.
ticket.
I wanna
I'm
watch
just
it.
gonna go. I said motherfucker, by the way. Okay. Anyway, the Imaginarium of Doctor. Hold on. Of
The
Dr.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Parnassus.
What about it?
It's coming to Netflix on the 15th.
That was Heath Ledger's last film. Go watch that one too. It's really good.
What?
Yeah, and didn't him, Johnny Depp, and
Jude Law, and Colin Farrell.
Colin
after
Farrell all played the same
after
character,
Heath Ledger
right?
passing, they all played technically, yes. When Heath Ledger's character goes into the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, the actual like thing, that's when they change it up. Either it's like Johnny Depp goes in, and then when Heath Ledger goes in again, he goes to Jude Law, and then when he goes in again the third time, that's when he's Colin Farrell or whatever.
Just a series of handsome actors, man.
Yeah, but what's cool, real quick note, is
Go
that
ahead.
Johnny Depp was the one who came up with the idea of like instead of them getting paid for all their work, they all gave it to Heath Ledger's daughter.
The daughter. Wow.
Yeah. So those three
I'm gonna
actors
watch
did not
that.
make any money at all.
I honestly have not seen it. I think one time I was going to watch it and I did.
It's a
not.
Terry Gilliam film, dude. I love
Is
Terry.
Natalie Portman in that?
No.
No, I'm thinking about a different movie then. I haven't seen it, so I'll watch it.
Terry
It's coming to
Gilliam is the
Netflix.
same
It's
guy
coming
who
to Netflix on the
directed
15th,
Fear
by
and
the
Loathing
way.
in Las Vegas, and it's a really good director. He's a very good,
I'll
great
watch it.
storyteller visually.
Speaking of Johnny Depp, I actually rented this movie, Murder on the Orient Express.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet
Dude, watch it.
Was
It's
it good?
So
really
why are you talking about it?
because you guys had mentioned Johnny Depp and he's.
I'm just
in
kidding.
the
I'm just
goddamn
kidding.
It was his birthday
How is
yesterday.
it? How is it there, David?
What, the movie?
How is that movie? I mean,
I was like, how is it there? Like,
How
what do
was
you
that
mean?
there
Over
movie?
there, where you are.
I don't fucking know. No, it's really good. It's a twist that you do not see coming at
Ooh.
all.
I'm
Okay.
a fan of Johnny
But is
Depp,
it the
not-
good kind of twist?
Yeah, don't mention shit yet because I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna mention
I'll
it.
see it tonight.
I'm a fan of Johnny Depp, but not to the extent of David. So
David.
I was unsure if you knew that his birthday was yesterday
Yesterday.
because I was
Of
gonna
course
write you like
kidding
two
me?
days
Idiot.
earlier. I was gonna be like, hey, Johnny Depp's birthday's coming up, but I was like, no, he probably knows.
I mean, I
Anyway.
was really excited, but I was also still so bummed out about Anthony Bourdain. Like, it was really.
Yeah, I
Hard.
gotcha. So anyway,
Birthday, his
Rick and
favorite
Morty.
color.
Rick and Morty
Brandon-
season 3 is coming to Hulu. Rick and Morty season 3 coming to Hulu on the 23rd. So if you have not caught up, Sweeney Todd, Transformers: The Last Night are already out on Hulu right
Yeah.
now.
Dang it, I thought you were gonna announce like
Sweeney
the
Todd.
next season of Rick and
I said
Morty.
the Transformers. Yeah, I know. I was like,
I was like, wait, what?
I'm talking about Hulu. So we'll get into it. Right now, we're really watching Game of Thrones, and it's like an hour an episode.
I have something
We're
for
all
Amazon
Really into
too.
Game of Thrones?
Huh?
I have something for
You
Amazon.
guys watch? Oh, what's up, Pierce?
No, go ahead. I'll talk about it after.
Yeah. Me and Ricky started watching Game of Thrones sometime last week. We're almost caught up completely because we just fucking marathon it.
You
but
guys have no
it's
lives. Wow.
Yeah. Did
Like
you not
fucking
hear?
8
Did you not
seasons?
hear my intro to this segment?
Jesus
I
Christ.
say it every time we get into this segment. I have fucking no life, so I just stay home and watch Netflix and Hulu. In this case, HBO. But still, Game of Thrones. That's all we're watching.
So there's a show on Amazon right now called The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
Okay,
That's
so
the one that takes place in what, the 50s or 60s?
so
early 60s?
yeah, so by the way, the voices are great. Like they take you back, even though I've never been back in the 60s, but they take you back to those old movies.
Old boobies.
Movies.
Yeah, sorry.
So the
old
basic
movies,
premise is that it's a woman who like has comedic talent, but she's living in a time when there's like no female comedians, and she kind of lives in the shadow of her husband, who's a comedian.
So she's like the Sarah Silverman.
But
Does she just talk about vaginas all the time?
no,
That's all Sarah Silverman
but her
does?
husband's a comedian, and she kind of has to like live in his shadow.
Better than
But
Amy Schumer.
It's really great. It's like I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty damn good.
I see
I
it.
Look into it.
I don't have Amazon. So.
It
let us borrow
it's like a
something
movie
here.
almost, you know.
What booby? You said
Movie.
It's a booby thing.
It's a movie.
Are you sick? You're like the booby. Come
I think
watch
it's how
the booby.
close he is to his speakers. Like, it's
You
the
need to come
boobies.
over here and watch the booby with me.
Have you guys
Anyway.
watched the movie Bright on Netflix?
Yes,
Yes.
it's amazing.
We've
We've talked about it
talked about
before.
it, yeah.
Fucking great film. Right. You haven't seen it, David?
They're coming
I
out
was
with
at
a
a
Will
bar
Smith.
and they were showing it on screen. I was like, what the
David,
fuck?
come on.
Oh,
You have
I
my
didn't-
Netflix account. Just watch it. Do yourself a
I've been
favor.
watching Parks and Rec, so no.
Speaking of David being a bum, David, let's talk about your David's Casual Encounters segment.
I was
do
thinking
you got?
really hard of something and I couldn't really quite think, but I thought of something.
You strike out with women all the time. All you have to do is pick one. It's
No.
not hard.
I was thinking of something like another story where it doesn't really, well, it involves like, my ex Cynthia. But there was this one time we were at a show.
I
we were-
remember Cynthia.
yeah.
Don't, Manny, don't talk. He'll cry.
Cut it off.
There was one time we were at a.
I keep my mouth shut and put a beer in my mouth, alright?
There you go. So we
Go
were at
ahead,
a
dude.
we were at a punk show. We were watching the Casualties. They were playing out here in Garden Grove, but behind the venue was like a little business center, and we were all just like a lot of us were just hanging out, drinking and stuff like that. So her and I were just drinking, sitting on the grass, and I don't know who he was. Some random punk guy just comes up and he starts talking to us and starts telling us like his whole life story, and it was like really fucked up and really sad. And he was at the time, he was my age. He was 24. And he was like, yeah, my mom was a druggie. I grew up in an orphanage and like foster home after foster home, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't know. I just really want someone to like, adopt me and take me in. And he gives me and my ex this look. He's like,
How old is this motherfucker?
24 years old. And then her and I are
Was
both
he older than you?
What?
Okay.
2 people in chat saying they don't have sound.
They should.
Yeah, Angela's actually saying that the audio's off. Like something.
There's 3 people saying they don't have sound. Then.
Pierce, what did
It
you
should
do?
be on.
Okay, the audio just went back up.
Okay, we're back up. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks everybody for the moment. We took a moment of silence.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Silence. You guys say you guys usually share something about something funny when it comes to Remember That Time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me start off with something funny, and then I'll get into my story if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We're
Cool.
on time, but sure.
I remember a time, and this is with me and David. We were at a show, and David got tossed, and he was tossed.
Ooh-wee. I think I was 20 years old,
we were
and I was
trying
still
to
a
get him
lightweight.
into the car, and we were trying to get him back home, and he didn't want to. He wasn't listening to me. He just wanted to do his own thing, and it was crazy. I was yelling at him. I was telling him, let's go, this and that, whatever and whatnot. And he's like, no, and this and that. And he's crawling on the floor. Keep in mind, he's crawling on the floor. So I called George. I told him I was calling George, and I called George. I told George, hey, George, I need you to tell David to get into the car so we can leave. Okay? And then I passed the phone to George, and then George tells David, David, get in the fucking car. And David goes, okay. And then he crawls right into the car. And it's just like nothing ever happened. Like, it's to George all over the phone. I'm right there trying to argue with him to get into the car. But a word from George over the phone just naturally did it, and we get him into the car.
I was so drunk, I thought George was there, and I got scared. So
You're like,
Yes,
oh,
we
okay,
got
George.
scared. You got scared that George was there, and it was just insane. And I thought that was pretty funny, and I wanted to share that. It's actually one of those memories that I keep, and it's actually
Just
one
the
of my
fact
favorite.
that David's just such a bitch. It stays with you.
Yeah.
It's actually it's one of my favorite memories because I had such a good time with David, and believe it or not, I felt like George was there just because
Yeah, right?
I talked to George on the phone. So I thought that was a good funny one to start off with.
Lighten up the mood.
Now my story, initially they say it's a love triangle, but it wasn't really a love triangle. So I had my neck slit. I'm one of the few people that actually has had their neck cut from ear to ear and survived. The crazy thing about this is I wasn't trying to step on anybody's toes. I didn't want anybody to think that that I was trying to come on their territory, but they thought, and they didn't care for me that much because they thought I was trying to take their family. And I wasn't. I was just another person. Initially, this guy was not in this relationship with my girlfriend now, which I'm still with, and it's been like years. I don't know, he just got jealous. Step in and ruin things. He didn't care for me that much. And I tried to find the guy. Just went out, tried to hang out with the guy. To let him know that I'm just the guardian. She has a child. The guardian. All broken. Got in a bad. But ever since the incident, I became that. You know, I love it. I have kids now. Been one of my kids' life since he was 3. The other kid almost to be more. And I have a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old now. It's great. Yeah, it was really intense.
So, were you guys able to hear that? Because I could hear it.
It came in broken most of
Okay,
the time.
so
I understood the gist of it.
I really don't want to fucking take away from this, but for those of you who didn't hear, so Manny was in a friendship, and I'm not going to try to give too much away over what you said, Manny, but Manny was in a friendship, and the person he's with now, she was with somebody before who has kids with her, right? And
Yeah.
And I don't know. Did you? You were kind of breaking up for me. Did you mention the actual incident, like what happened?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't mention the actual incident that would happen. When I started dating her, she wasn't in the relationship with him. She was still living, or he was still living with her, but they weren't a thing. And that, but they basically called it a love triangle.
And you were friends with him, right? Because I remember
No, I was not friends at first.
But I remember me, David, and George. I remember being like, dude, don't hang out with this guy. Like, it's got bad written all over it.
It does, and everybody has told me about it. Everybody did tell me about this. Everyone. I went against it. You know,
Because you're a kind-hearted guy, man. That's you find the good in people.
Yeah.
My girlfriend told me, my friends told me, everybody has told me that I shouldn't hang out with this guy. But the thing is, I'm glad that I did, because if I did not hang out with this guy and he felt the same way, if he would have done the same thing, I probably wouldn't be across the street from a hospital that saved my life.
Yeah. That's true, because for those of you in Southern California, you were at the Block of Orange. What is it called now?
Block of Orange.
The outlet.
The block.
Outlet.
Oh, the outlets or whatever.
Outlets now.
I was like, I still call it the block.
But yeah, I don't want to make you relive it too much, but it happened right there, directly across the street from the hospital. And didn't they tell you, like, if you were like what was your time frame? Like, if you would have been like, you know, a minute, 2 minutes later, like you would have died or whatever? Didn't they say something like that? Like, if you wouldn't have been directly across the street from the hospital?
Manny?
Did he freeze?
Yeah, he froze.
Shit.
Well, anyway, I thought, oh my God, I remember when I got the phone call, and the kind of people like me and David, you know, like, we're assholes, like, we fight with each other a lot, you know what I mean? But we're the people who pull up arms in a fucking half a second. Like, if David was like, hey, dude, I need your help, I'm like, who do I need to fucking kill? Like, that's just how it is, like, right away, you know what I mean?
That's just our friendship.
That's just who we are. But basically what happened, and I really don't want to do too much. Hold on, I'm not in the frame. There you go. I don't want to say too much, because he didn't talk about the actual incident, and I don't know if he wanted to relive that, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But he was, what was it, proposing, David, at the time?
He was going to propose to Angela.
Going to propose. So he was going to propose.
Brought it up to
he was hanging out with the dude, fucking partying. He was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to propose. And they were all like, fuck it, let's go celebrate, you know? So it was just him and the guy. They were going to celebrate. And then at the end of the night, fucking, you know, they had a great time and everything, saying their goodbyes. Dude just pulls out a knife, fucking slits his throat. What? And man, he has a scar still.
Yeah.
On his throat. But it was just, fuck, dude, when I found out. And, you know, I remember telling him, dude, like, we were all like, dude, this had bad news. You know what I mean? But he just, the thing about Manny is he just finds the good in everybody. He just, like, he wants to believe that everyone's kind-hearted. He's just that kind of person. Yeah. You know? But you could tell even now, I mean, how long ago was that? I mean, 5-6 years, something like that?
No, dude, more than that, man. It's been almost.
You can tell even now, like, it was difficult for him to get through. It's difficult for him to talk about. And we told him in the beginning of this, like, hey, dude, you don't have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something like you don't do it for the show or whatever. And he's like, I know, but you know, how many people do you know have gone through this? How many people have had this experience? You know, so I thought, and lived through it. So I thought it was just, you know, amazing. That's
absolutely crazy.
An amazing story. And he was at the block of Orange. If you've ever been there, it is literally a stone throw across from a hospital.
Yeah.
So if it wouldn't have happened there, he would have been.
He would have been dead.
He would have been dead for sure. He
Yeah.
was directly across the street from the hospital. He ran to like a was it El Torito? Was it the
El Torito right there? Right
yeah.
there on
So
the floor, yeah.
and they called an ambulance. So Manny's not here right now, or else we
Again.
but I'm sure he'll tune back in. But yeah, shit, dude. I mean, I really don't like bringing stuff down because we're all about like positivity and stuff on the show about
being drunk,
making jokes and being.
But
stupid,
this is life, man. Shit happens.
That's
to
his
people,
fucking story,
you know?
and that's what. Yeah, I mean, you don't even think about this shit. I mean, how many times did he interact with this person without thinking about that? You know, no matter how many people told him, you know, just fuck, dude. So glad Manny's here. Cheers to you, Manny.
Cheers, Manny.
He's not
He's up
here
there.
right now, but he's
somewhere.
here. Yes.
I got
Love you,
a
buddy.
Love you, buddy.
All right. So, I'm gonna try to liven it up a little bit, which is why I left one more segment between now and closing. Our, I call this one Southwest Jerk because I'm talking about the masturbator, and and it's a guy who was on Southwest Airlines. So, he was on the flight on Southwest Airlines from Las Vegas to Philadelphia on Tuesday. He had his iPad open. He was it was on the tray table, whatever it's called, and he was watching porn without headphones, by the way. So there's a girl or a lady who's sitting next to him who is live twittering. Live tweeting? That's
Live
what it's
tweeting.
called, right?
Twittering.
Live tweeting. I'm not on Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm not hip
Really?
with the times. So she's live
Nobody said
tweeting
hip
the
anymore
entire
either.
incident towards Southwest Airlines. So she's like, "Hey, dude's fucking jerking it," just like writing the whole thing. She's like, "Yep, I saw his penis. It's not even like impressive. It's small, not like a micro penis, but still pretty small."
Like your penis.
She's
huh?
like narrating the whole thing, and so she said that she saw him shaking in the throes of orgasmic bliss several times. Right?
Several.
Hold on.
Wow.
It gets worse.
That's impressive.
It
That's
was
terrible.
5 hours. 5 hours passed during this whole entire thing. Hold on.
Wait. They let him just go at it for 5
Jerking
hours?
it for 5 hours. This is not the worst part. This is not the worst
5
part.
hours.
He handed used napkins to the flight attendants to throw away during the flight. Not done. Not done yet. At the end,
That's fucking gross.
at the end, he got up, at the end of the flight, he got up and said, "Hope you enjoyed the show." Because she was stuck in between a sleeping passenger on the aisle and him at the window. And he said, "I hope you enjoyed the show," because he knew that she was watching the whole
dude.
time. So I have a question for you, real quick. You two.
Well,
were on the
obviously.
show. So,
Yes.
what do you think Southwest Airlines offered her to compensate for this whole issue?
One free flight.
Probably something like that, like refund on the flight, and that was it.
Yeah. I doubt
So
they...
you guys are overshooting a little bit because they offered her a dinner voucher. Because I'm sure
Dinner and a show.
He had a huge appetite by this time. So she got offered a fucking dinner voucher after all this
Anything
stuff.
but sausage.
A lot of people are actually speculating that she lied. Did you just say anything with sausage in it?
But sausage. Anything but sausage.
Oh.
Like, I've had
Oh,
enough.
you man. You're mad. A lot of people are saying she lied about the whole incident because
Did
they
Southwest confirm?
they said that she Southwest was, you know, tweeting back to her and was like, "Let a flight attendant know." And she's like, "I'm next to a fucking sleeping person and the fucking dude jerking it off. Like, what am I supposed to do?" And you know, people walked by the whole time while he was doing it, and
Were there other people that they like see it too? They're like, what the fuck? Like, nobody
Right,
said anything
yeah.
during the flight?
nobody said anything. So it's still under investigation. But apparently he was watching porn with no headphones, jerking it the whole time, handing used fucking napkins to the flight attendant.
So fucking gross,
Oh
dude.
man, I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It
What,
is
cum?
everywhere. No, jerking off. I think I'm gonna have a new segment about masturbators. David, you haven't been with a girl for a while. You're gonna be on the segment.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll just go on a flight and just, you know, It's my happy place.
That's your
No,
shtick.
you gotta
It's my
pick something.
stick.
Because it's sticking everywhere. Your napkin sticking in your hands. Anyway, I have a couple Facebook memories to share with you guys before we say goodnight.
What are they?
When someone says you've had enough to drink, and you contemplating, it should say you're contemplating if you should fight them now or later. This is me if I were a cat, but I fucking hate cats. 'Cause cats are bastards. But still, isn't that me? That's the feline embodiment of me.
Well, that's not. You wouldn't be contemplating. You would just fight them because that would be more like
That's
you.
true. Swing first, ask questions later.
I don't think
That's
you do
right.
much contemplating.
That's my
Yeah.
motto. It goes by. See, there is contemplation, but it goes by very quickly. So, I just come to a resolution very quickly. So
The resolution
Anyway.
never works for you.
it does. I know. I don't lose fights. All right, go ahead and put the next one on there, Pierce. So this billboard is brought to you by Wathen Funeral Home. Text and drive. They need the business.
Keep them in business.
That's awesome.
Wathen Funeral Homes. You stab them, we slab them.
Do you think that works as a deterrent, or do you think people are like, maybe I should text right now?
Right?
She's like,
people
hey, you
do
guys
it
want to
anyway.
grab some cold
You know,
water?
I honestly, I used to do it a lot. Drive with my knees. I would text all the time, but I don't fucking even touch my phone. I actually
Dude.
get pissed. Now I get pissed when people text me. I'm like, don't fucking text me. I'm driving. Like I get pissed.
Do that
Or
shit.
either that, or I don't get. People don't text me.
Mom has that thing where it just tells people she's texting, or she's
Yeah, I
driving,
know.
sorry.
But seriously, every time she texts me, I respond. I'm like, okay, and then it's like, I'm driving. I'm like, what the fuck?
Says it twice.
You can go ahead and kill that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an automatic response. So she'll send something to us, and then we respond, and then it'll say, I'm texting, or I'm driving right now.
I'm texting right now. I can't drive.
I'm texting, can't drive. So I forgot we were gonna do an announcement every single week, and I forgot to prep this announcement. So I am going to go ahead and
go
go
the ball.
with the last announcement. We said David's prepping episode 17, Pierce is 18, or is it David 18, Pierce is 19?
Yeah, that.
David 18, Pierce 19. So I'm prepping next episode. David's going to do the following. Pierce is going to do the next one. I'm doing episode 20. We're going to have Stanimal on. I haven't asked him yet, but
Thanks for reminding me, dude.
Stan was part of the original crew, so it was supposed to be us and Stan. And because Stan and David actually had scheduling issues, we got to where it was like me, Pierce, and Jessica, and then me, Pierce, and Mark, and then we got David finally on episode 3, and then we had him recurring basically since then. But I think my original plan really was having all of us plus Stan. So episode 20 is going to give you a good feeling of what my thought process was when creating this show. So I want David and Stan on episode 20. But anyway, for this announcement, Pierce is going to be doing a spin-off of our show. So the Speakeasy Gentleman, we actually haven't worked out the title 100%, but the Speakeasy Gentleman is going to be our
Flagship.
overall, our flagship.
The umbrella.
And then we're gonna have these under, these subdivision of channels. And Pierce is going to be starting a gaming channel. Pierce, do you have any, any talking points on your channel?
Gaming
Yeah.
channel.
I play a lot of games.
I play a lot of games.
I play games.
I
Supposed to be
play
the,
games.
you're supposed to
And
be the
I'm
smartest
ready
person
to
on
play
this
'em.
show.
While you watch.
I play a
So
lot
I
of-
believe the
No.
format
Play.
that Pierce, I believe the format Pierce worked out so far is going to be online gaming, co-op, 2 people, right?
Yes. Yeah. So.
And
So.
just 2 people, so we have 4 guests. It's going to be 2 people.
So of course I'm joking. I've thought about this quite a bit. So we're probably gonna start being on Twitch too. So we're gonna expand onto Twitch.tv, which is a gaming streaming service. And so we'll be on there and on YouTube, and we're gonna do our gaming channel, and it's gonna be co-op, as Josh said. And so we'll probably have 2 people trying to beat like story-based games, and we'll just run through it, and we'll just talk during the whole time, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, good.
What What game are you playing?
Right now I'm thinking of doing. There was this one game, I forgot the title of it, but it's similar to Streets of Rage, and it's a game that me and Josh used to play growing up. So it's kind of like a modern version of it.
Shit. Let's talk about games next week because
sure.
I have a new game that's coming back out to talk about. That's just a reminder for myself when I rewatch it.
So we're
hey,
also
Manny,
new game
Manny's back for the end.
that dropped the trailer today, and I want to talk about it.
Don't talk about
Also.
it. Don't talk about it now because it might be the one I'm thinking. So don't talk about it. Anyway, I have another announcement. I was gonna wait for next week to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it now. So we finally decided on a new logo. So we have our logo ready. You guys know the basic black and white, Speakeasy Gentleman logo. But we have a new one. We have a new logo. It's fucking amazing. Jeremiah designed it for us. You guys might remember Jeremiah from episode 6. I believe it was 6.
So
anyway,
One of
he
the
designed
episodes.
it for us. It's going to be our logo going forward for season 2. But I'm super excited about it. I have new announcements regarding the logo. I will tell you next week on the second to last episode that I write and host. Next week's going to be my second to last, so I'm going to tell you about episode 20 regarding our logo. But anyway, thank you for rejoining us, Manny. I kind of
apologize.
I tried to fill in the blanks, dude. I tried not to give away anything that you didn't mention.
No,
but I tried to fill in the blanks.
It's fine. I mean, like, I don't really care too much about it. I figured out that the more I speak about something like this that happens to me or whatever happens, it's actually better to let some of it out because I used to have nightmares about this kind of stuff.
Dang.
Fuck.
I actually still have some nightmares about this kind of things that actually happen. Every once in a while, I'll wake up and it's like reliving the same thing over and over again.
Fuck, man, that sucks.
It does, but it's speaking about it and letting people know that, as long as, to me, I was trying to be the better person. I was trying to be the better person. I was trying to let them know that I was just going to be another person there. And for them to have that reaction to it is, very weird. And it's hit or miss sometimes because you have stepfathers and have, other guardians that sometimes look over your children and stuff like that. Because every relationship works out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're either going to be another guardian or they're going to be another type of dad or something. That's not taking away anything from you. All it is that we're doing is, just providing another guardian to walk over the child. And people need to understand that I'm not trying to take away anything from them.
Yeah, I mean, he should have felt happy that the kid was in good hands.
Yeah,
the
of course.
kid is always going to be in good
Absolutely.
hands.
But yeah, dude, honestly, man, we fucking super appreciate you going through that and fucking getting it out there because it is
Not
something.
going through that.
Fuck, I'm sure.
Appreciate you going through that.
I don't mean going through that, but I mean reliving that and getting it out there because it's something that people don't think about, and it's something. I mean, fuck, you're the only person I know from that. But anyway, next week, hopefully we'll get Jesse on, and Jesse has a pretty fucking crazy story to share too. Kind of, I mean, definitely not as bad, but along the line, shit. Maybe we could get this, make this as a
story top.
On that note, maybe he'll talk about it because you said it's better to get that out. Maybe he will. So if we could get Jesse on, maybe he'll get that out too. And Manny, maybe you should tune in because I'm telling you, it's a story that's pretty close. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
anyway.
I feel like it's better to talk about this kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the person out
it's
there
therapeutic.
that this kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But thanks again for being on. Next week we got Pierce's pick, which is Hogarden. Right? Hogarden. Show me where that's
Hogarden?
going.
Yeah, where is that?
Show me where that's going, right? I'm just kidding.
Hogarden.
I'm just kidding, Ricky. I'm just kidding.
He's
anyway, just let everybody know. Oh, wait, never mind. We have an outro right here. Manny, do you mind reading this out for us?
Sure. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Facebook.com, the Speakeasy /gentleman. We are on iTunes and what does that say?
Podbean.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Good job, Kitty.
Yeah.
Speak as a gentleman. I'm just kidding. Fuck.
Hey, thanks a lot, Manny. Thanks for being on, bud.